Good morning, children. Today we will continue chapter number 1, periodic properties. In my last video, we have discussed three properties: atomic radius, metallic character, and non-metallic character. Now we will discuss rest of the properties of this chapter. Property number 4, ionization potential. So what is ionization potential? It is the amount of energy required to remove the most loosely bound electron from an isolated gaseous atom to form a gaseous ion. Now what does it mean? Let's suppose if I have an atom of any metal, because metals, they have a tendency to lose electron. Suppose this electron has to come out, so you need to give heat from outside. It needs external heat to lose this electron. So if this electron can be easily lost, so we can say the metal will have low ionization potential. As an atom loses electron, it turns to cation. So that is why it is printed here gaseous ion. It will turn to a gaseous ion. And any metal or any element which loses electron with some difficulty, that particular metal will have high ionization potential. So it is the amount of energy required, means we have to give a heat from outside. The body will ask a heat, external heat. Now how this property will behave in a group? As we go down in a group, you can see this is the size of an hydrogen atom. This is lithium, this is sodium, potassium, rubidium, and we have done that as we go down in a group, atomic size increases. So the tendency to lose electron will also increase. It means the element which is present at the bottom will have low ionization potential, and the element which is present on the top, it will have high ionization potential because it cannot lose electron easily. So as you go down the group, nuclear charge increases, means number of protons are increases. But as you compare the increase in number of protons with number of shells, so number of shells, it overweighs the increase in nuclear charge. Atomic size is also increasing. That is why electrons are loosely held and hence lesser energy required to remove the electrons. That is why ionization energy decreases. Now we will study how ionization potential changes across a period. This is lithium atom, this is beryllium atom, this is boron atom, and in the same way, if you go from left to right, you can see the atomic size is decreasing. So tendency to lose electron will also decrease. Lithium can lose electron easily. Fluorine cannot lose electron easily. In fact, fluorine is a non-metal. It is a tendency to gain electron. So fluorine will have high ionization potential and lithium will have low ionization potential. Atomic number increasing. Atomic numbers means nuclear charge. Nuclear charge is increasing. Atomic size decreases as we move across the period. So these are the reasons we can give an exam. Electrons are held tightly and hence greater energy is required to remove the electrons. That is why ionization energy increases. Now come to property number 5, electron affinity. Electron affinity is just opposite of ionization potential. In ionization potential we were discussing about the losing of electron. Here we will discuss about the gaining of electron. So basically this property is meant for non-metals. So what is electron affinity? Electron affinity is defined as the amount of energy released when an electron is added or gained in the outermost shell of an isolated gaseous atom. So it means here atom is going to form an ion because it's going to gain electron. Now if the size of atom is smaller, so we have studied in the previous video that atom can gain electron easily. So electron affinity of that atom will be high, and if any atom is of greater size, its electron affinity will be low. Let's see how electron affinity behaves down the group. Atomic size is increasing. This particular element can gain electron easily. This particular element can gain electron with some difficulty. So we can say the top element will have high electron affinity and the bottom element will have low electron affinity. Now if we go in the reason, nuclear charge down the group increases because atomic number is increasing, but as you compare nuclear charge with the number of shells overweighs the increased nuclear charge. So atomic size also increases. Effective force of attraction on valence electron decreases, hence lesser energy is released. So in this case energy released will be less. Electron affinity is energy released, and if suppose atom size is smaller, so the electron can be attracted with high speed with greater force, so energy release will be more. So that is why we say electron affinity down the group decreases. Let's discuss the same property across the period. This is lithium, the size is bigger, it has to gain electron, let's suppose fluorine has to gain electron, and you know that fluorine can gain electron quite easily as compared to lithium. So in this case of fluorine, electron affinity will be more because it will release more amount of energy, because the speed of incoming electron will be more in case of fluorine. But in case of lithium, electron can be gained with some difficulty. That is why lithium will have low electron affinity, and here we have high electron affinity. So we can say electron affinity in a period from left to right, it increases. Now come to property number 6, electron negativity. This property is also concerned to non-metals because it is concerned to attraction of electron pair in a molecule. Let's suppose if I give you one example, hydrogen, it has 1 electron and chlorine has 7 electrons in its outermost shell. So this pair will be more closer to chlorine because chlorine is more electronegative than hydrogen. So chlorine will acquire partial negative sign over it, and hydrogen will have partial positive sign over it. Why partial sign? Because chlorine has not gained hydrogen electron. It has just shifted that hydrogen electron towards itself. So this property is called electron negativity. Let's read the definition. Electron negativity, it is a measure of the tendency of an atom to attract electrons towards itself in a molecule of a compound. So this property is only applicable in case when a substance is in a form of a molecule or in a form of a compound. So you can see here this particular atom is having more tendency to attract an electron pair. It is not in the middle, it is more shifted towards atom B, and it is bit far away from atom A. That is why atom A will gain partial positive sign on it and partial negative sign will be on atom B. So electron negativity has no unit. Fluorine has the highest electron negativity in the whole periodic table, and fluorine electron negativity is 4.0. Now electron negativity behavior down in a group and across a period is exactly same as we have done in case of electron affinity, because both these properties are concerned to gaining of electron or attracting an electron. Now let us see what kind of question comes in board exam. Helium, argon, neon, increasing order of number of shells. So to solve such type of question, you have to identify whether these given element belongs to same group or same period. They are from same group, helium, and then we know it is neon, and then we know it is argon. And down the group, if you go, number of shells increases. So they are asking increasing order of number of shell, so it means helium, and then we will write neon, and then we will write argon. So this is an answer of first part. Now what has been asked in second part? Sodium, lithium, potassium, increasing ionization energy. So we have to find out whether these elements belong to same group or same period, and we know that they belong to same group. Lithium comes on top, and then we have sodium, and then we have potassium, and they are asking increasing order of ionization potential. Any element which can lose electron easily will have low ionization potential. So potassium will have low ionization potential and lithium will have high ionization potential, but they are asking in increasing order, so it means potassium will come first and then sodium and then lithium. So this is the answer of second part. In the same way we can solve third part and fourth part. So this is all about this chapter. In my next video I'll start chapter number 2, chemical bonding. Till then, take care. Goodbye.